The whole night, in that chilly winter, in that cold night, they were pumping the water out of the boat, they were steering the boat, they were trying to connect to the radio, but they could not get any reply of their emergency calls, like mayday calls when the ships try to receive some signals, right? So they were trying to get the answers, but unluckily the radio was not working. There was no network in that far corner of the world. By the time he noticed that his daughter's head was swollen and her eyes got black because of the injuries, and she had some deep cut on her arm as well. So writer asked that why she didn't tell about her injuries. She replied that she didn't want to worry her father when he was trying to save the boat. So she was such a responsible girl. She knew her duty, that she didn't have to make her father worry because of her injuries. Otherwise, his mind would be diverted. By January 3, so 15 hours have been passed. On the 2nd January in the evening, they were hit with the wave. The water level was under control because of pumping, right? And they got 2 hours rotation. Means now they were not working. They were working but on rotation basis. Like if someone is working for pumping the water out for 2 hours, then next to other person, then next other person, they were getting rest. Earlier they all were working, but now as the water was under control, they were working on rotation basis. But we still had a tremendous leak on the water line. Let me just show you what is water line. So this is called water line, right, where the boat is sunk underwater. So there was a leak over here, but you can get to know how could they repair the water line if the boat is on land. ठीक है, अब पानी के अंदर यहाँ तक अगर पानी के अंदर यहाँ पर लीक है, ठीक है, बोट में, तो ये कैसे रिपेयर हो सकती है? ये तो नहीं हो सकती जब तक आप इसको लैंड पर नहीं लेकर जाओगे, ठीक है. सो एनी हाउ दे हैव टू डू समथिंग, अदरवाइज द बोट वुड सिंक. I found all the boat main ribs, main parts were smashed down. They were broken to the keel, means to the last level, to the down level. In fact, there was nothing holding up a section. So the whole boat, this whole boat was saved because of the cupboards. Okay, a cupboard inside, right? Otherwise, it would have been broken. So anyhow, they were saved for 15 hours. Then they were trying to pump the water out. They were trying to repair the holes. But they knew that the water was in very miserable condition. It had to be repaired on land. But in the ocean, there was no land. So they could not reach Australia. And they could not wait. अब देखो उनका next stoppage क्या था? Australia. And if they would wait for the time they would reach to Australia, the boat would already have sunk. So they checked the chart, they checked the map, etc. And writer found out that there were 2 islands in the ocean, and the nearest one, Isle Amsterdam. They wanted to reach to an island where they could repair their boat. So these were the pinpricks. Pinpricks means small lands in the ocean. So they have to reach to Amsterdam, which is French scientific base, means French scientists work over there. So they could get help over there. But now the engines were out of action because of the wave. So they were totally dependent on wind. If the wind and sea waves would take them in the opposite direction, they would not reach to the island. So they were totally dependent on wind and sea waves. So let's see tomorrow whether they would be able to reach to the island or something bad would happen to them. So that we will read tomorrow. Fine.